Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of LA Live. As always, we're here at Luxury Escapes headquarters in Melbourne, Australia, so a very big hello to everyone around the world. As always, we'd love your commentary. Please jump into the comments section, let us know what you like about the show, ask questions about Luxury Escapes deals, and we'll certainly be here to help you. It's my pleasure today to introduce a couple of colleagues of mine. Trent, how are you today?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Great to be back.
Have you on the show. And Tim, how are you, mate?
Very well, thanks, Blake.
You're looking very suntanned, I must say, so tell us where you've been.
I was fortunate enough to be at Perisher Valley in New South Wales over the weekend, getting some spring skiing in.
Right.
And did you wear sunscreen or did...
Well, I was actually presuming the temperature was going to be sub-zero, so I had my face covered up to what I thought I was going to be wearing all day, and turns out it was 8 degrees, so I removed that and got very burnt.
You look good.
It's an interesting one, isn't it, Trent? Because often I get asked, what are the 3 things I always take on holiday? And I take my bathers.
Yeah, and your SPF 30, dude.
I always take my sunscreen.
You're a very practical man, aren't you?
I am a practical man. Tim, on the other hand, he's burned himself to a crisp. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there and you're about to go skiing or head off to the surf somewhere around the world, make sure you do slip, slop, slap.
Slip, slap, slop on the slopes,
right?
Learn the hard way.
And he's probably out there right now. Why do we have beautiful rainbows all over ourselves? So, pretty cool. Yeah. We're showing off our Love Equality by Luxury Escapes t-shirts today, which is really, really exciting. Look, this is a really passionate topic for everyone out there, and everyone's got their own opinions, and so you should. From our perspective, marriage equality is a big deal, and we feel that diversity, certainly here at Luxury Escapes, is what makes us a very special company and enables us to put together beautiful product all over the world that supports everyone, regardless of where you're from, all over the world. And so we're passionate about marriage equality, and we hope that you have a strong opinion out there. And certainly for those around the world, it's an exciting time in Australia as we all cast our vote and show our support or not around for marriage equality. And also we should mention Are You OK Day, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah,
Trent.
absolutely. It's fitting that it's Are You OK Day as well. So it's good. It's great to raise awareness, especially for those people that are in need or might be going through a few things mentally, to reach out and to your friends, colleagues, and there's other sources out there are part of the Are You OK Foundation. So it's just it's a good way to get your feelings out there and be heard. So.
Fantastic. All right. Well, this is going to be fun because we're talking about a destination which we three are pretty passionate about. It's a really, really fun place. And I must say, Luxury Escapes hasn't, until this time, had a great deal of content or deal product available out there for you. So we are here and we're going to have a lot of fun talking about Japan.
Absolutely. Arigato gozaimasu, Blake-san.
That is a good start. What can I throw back at you there, Trent? I'm
put you on the spot, yeah.
Yeah, I am on the spot. I did live there for a year, but clearly my Japanese is.
So you lived in Tokyo, right?
I did. I lived in Tokyo.
Fantastic. So I love Japan. And it's a place that's really close to my heart, and somewhere where we've been trying to get content for a long time. So it's great to see we've got a beautiful deal on the site in Osaka and the luxury hotel of Hilton Osaka. So the three of us have all been in Japan, so we just thought we'd spend this episode talking a little bit about what we love, but we'd also love to hear your experiences in Japan and some tips. I'm actually going there on Tuesday. I'm heading to Tokyo for a travel conference, so hopefully we can get a few more deals on the site, which is great. But Tim, when's the last time you've been to Japan, or when was your first time? Sorry.
First and last time in Japan was January and February 2015. Did quite an extensive trip.
Did you go skiing?
Family and friends. It was skiing oriented.
Didn't get sunburnt though, did you?
Didn't get sunburnt that time. The temperature was well below zero where we were.
Mum was putting on sunscreen.
No, she wasn't. I was privy on my own.
Japan's a really interesting place. Tell me about how you first felt getting off the train and then making your way, assuming you did get on the train after landing at Narita, which most people do. Tell us about how you felt landing in Japan. I found it quite amazing, exciting.
I thought it was really exciting. Our train was quite empty when we first got on it.
That's
and
rare.
It was very rare, and that's why we were surprised. And then about 3 stops in, we got swarmed by about 1,000 people.
They have those packers in the train. People sit there and then the job is to pack people into the train.
Yeah, white gloves.
So that everyone can get on as quickly as possible. It was like sardines. It was pretty crazy. But they're beautiful people over there, and I think that the way that they welcome tourism is pretty crazy comparative to some of the other countries. So
yeah,
that was one of the highlights for me, is that they're just beautiful people to deal with, and they're really welcoming.
My first experience, it was actually this year, and I remember getting into a taxi or a cab, and the doors open automatically. Now, I didn't know this, and it's actually quite rude and polite to try and close the door. It's the weirdest thing. So the cab just pulls up, and here I am going, sorry, what's going on? You've locked the door. And he's yelling at me. He's yelling at me, going, what are you doing? And I'm going, what are you doing? I'm just trying to get in the cab. And then he just goes, zzz, and I've gone, oh, it's like a taxi robot. So then I've hopped in, and then it closes automatically. And yeah, it's I was actually surprised with Tokyo. It's such a clean and beautiful city, but I think we're missing one big thing. Yeah, the food, the sake, the whiskey, and it's actually quite fitting that we are talking about Hilton Osaka today, because Osaka is probably the food capital of Japan. There is a Japanese name that's a nickname. It means something along the lines of the nation's kitchen or something like that.
And Osaka has that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, Osaka for me, Tokyo was fantastic and certainly a must do. And I think for most Australians, their trip probably looks like flying into Tokyo. And then heading to Kyoto and Osaka, but we're starting to see such an influx of direct flights to Osaka. So Qantas have just announced Sydney to Osaka, and it's getting fares for about $660 return.
Wow!
Yeah,
are you serious?
Huge.
That is a fantastic price.
Jetstar today, literally an hour ago, launched I think a $460 return to Australia too. So everything's quite fitting. So now we've got Hilton Osaka on there. I'd encourage everyone to get on over there. So direct flights. It's only about a 9-hour flight, 10-hour flight. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you quickly about a really cool experience I had. And it reminded me, on the TV behind us, we've got some beautiful footage of Japan. And one of the most unique and exciting experiences I've ever had, which is on the screen right now, or now it's just disappeared, is the sumo wrestling.
Did you go? Because it's in seasons, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's in seasons. Yeah. And that is one of the most electric experiences you could have. I love my sport. And
I love your sumo, so
I love my sumo too. And so what you do is so it's BYO, so you pick up your food beforehand, and you can buy basically a bucket of Sapporo beer at the 7-Eleven just nearby. And so you walk in with that, and then you go and get your seat, and you sit on these beautiful little tatami mats which are surrounding the stadium. And the tatami mats are that traditional bamboo material. It's the same stuff that you actually put your futon on and sleep on at night if you live in a traditional Japanese home. And so you sit there and watch sort of 15 to 20 different sumo matches, and of course everyone is ranked differently, and depending on how you're progressing through, you get to take on different quality of sumo wrestlers. The atmosphere was amazing. The Japanese absolutely love it. It felt to me, and I must admit I haven't been, but it felt to me the Japanese equivalent of going to a WWF experience in the US. And I thought it was a really, really good fun time. And one of the things I'll say about Japan is that you will have some really, really unique experiences, and I think that's what makes it one of the most loved tourism destinations worldwide.
It's absolutely buzzing at the moment, and tourism is just going from strength to strength. Sometimes it's hard to get a hotel room, and that's why it's probably taken us a little while to get a Japanese deal on the site, but it's great to finally have it. I think I remember an experience in Tokyo. I was in Shibuya, which is this really cool kind of eclectic area of Tokyo. And I looked around, and then there was these 4 guys dressed in Mario Kart outfits. It's actually one of the best ways to see Tokyo. So if you have an international license, you can rent a go-kart.
Wow.
Dress up in Mario, Luigi, Peach, all the characters of Nintendo Mario Kart, and you can see the sights. It's a 2-hour site tour around Tokyo in these go-karts. Cool. Only in Japan, right? Only in Japan.
Yeah, only in Japan. So you hear us talking about all this eclectic stuff, and that is Japan, right? There's that the food is eclectic. It's clearly foreign to us here in Australia, and the sushi is just beautifully fresh and amazing, different to what you'll have here. It's better, way better. So the produce is delicious. The people are amazing. They're really, really friendly, and there's some really quirky things and experiences you can do. But let's talk a little bit about Hilton Osaka, and let's talk about this deal, because it's our first deal in Japan. And of course, we pride ourselves on great deals to amazing places. So tell us all about it, Trent.
Yeah, so we've got in Osaka, and Osaka is a gate. A lot of different towns around Japan. So it's 4 nights for $799 per person. That includes daily breakfast for 2. We've also got evening cocktails on the 35th floor of Hilton Osaka. It's quite a tall building. Yeah. There is this beautiful restaurant called Windows to the World, and it's this kind of 360-degree view of Osaka. And we've got evening cocktails. Also got a dinner experience as well. I had one of my best dinner experiences in Osaka, because surrounding Osaka you've got Kyoto, which you can go to, you've got Kobe, you've got Nara, where you can fit your national park there. Yeah, but amazing. Kobe is where Kobe beef's from. So I remember sitting down at this beautiful teppanyaki restaurant inside the Hilton Osaka, and out comes this platter of this fresh Kobe beef, and I've just gone, wow. It was good. The Wagyu there was fantastic. So yeah, $799 per person for 4 nights in Osaka. And as I said, the location of it, it's a gateway to kind of experiencing the real Japan. You can get on a train or a bullet train, a Shinkansen, to Kyoto, and I fell in love with that town. It's so culturally Japan. It is so traditional. You can, you might be lucky enough to catch a glimpse, some geishas walking around. Absolutely. You've got these amazing little whiskey bars that you can just find accidentally. The amazing food. It's just one of those places where I was eating quite a lot, but the food's so healthy anyway, so it's pretty good. But
what's the travel period on, or the travel window?
It's actually, this is something that we worked quite hard on, because we didn't want it just to be some sort of a limited offer. So it's actually available from October all the way through to August next year. That actually covers the cherry blossom season too. So there's all the seasons of Japan there. So depending on when you would like to go, so an amazing offer, and very, very proud to have it on the site.
Fantastic. Now, I'm going to mention 3 movies which will get everyone in the mood for Japan. First of which is Lost in Translation.
Park Hyatt Tokyo.
Which is Park Hyatt Tokyo. And that is a gorgeous movie, and really quite a good representation of the Japanese experience.
Absolutely. I felt like Bill Murray in Tokyo, actually, for watching that movie.
So that's the first one. The second one, and I think I get this right, is it Kill Bill 1 or Kill Bill 2? I think it's number 2.
Yeah. That's
pretty cool representation of the streets of Tokyo.
Absolutely.
Although, obviously, Tokyo's not as violent, or Osaka's nowhere near as violent as that. And then the third one, which has mysteriously now escaped me. What was the third one I was just thinking of?
Well, throw to me, because we're going to talk about Osaka. So I mean, when you do go to Osaka, and there's an area called Dontabori, which you will see as the hero image on our deal there. It's this big blue running man, which is a lot of you have seen it. Will know exactly what I'm talking about. And of course, all the tourists get this photo. It's this giant screen. It must be like a 1,000-inch screen of this LED kind of blue running man. I'm not sure actually what it means. And I did the traditional tourist thing, and I remember I was with my colleague, and we got a photo, and out comes this Japanese TV show. And so I was quite big in Japan, like literally tall, and I was quite big. This TV show were like, we'd love to record. So then I ended up featuring on this Osaka, or this Japanese TV show, which apparently went all around the country, right? Which was funny. But I
always knew you were a B-grade celeb. Trent.
Yeah. But that's why I can't wait to go back. I will be like Bill Murray. But one tip I must say, if everyone wants to catch the bullet train, if you are going to Tokyo or Osaka to Tokyo, is you need to keep your tickets. So we just thought it was like a plane. So we were just sitting on there. Funny story, actually. When we went to go buy the tickets, we wanted to get to Osaka from Tokyo quite fast, and the gentleman behind the counter says, faster class. And we were thinking he was saying, he's putting us on the bullet train. It's the fast class. He wasn't. We accidentally bought first class tickets. Right. Yeah. So then when we got to Osaka, we just left the tickets kind of on the seat, as I guess as you would on a plane. And no, they don't let you out. So word to the wise: keep your tickets on the bullet train to get out of the station, because they're quite expensive.
All right. Well, thank you, Trent, or should I say arigatou gozaimashita, which of course. Thank you. We're going to move on to our next offer, which is not in fabulous Japan, but is in, of course, one of our favourite luxury escapes destinations. Tim, we're off to Bali.
Nusa Dua.
Fantastic. Now, Trent, I think you know a little bit about Nusa Dua, so kick us off here. What are we talking about?
Yeah, so Nusa Dua, of course, Australian second home of beautiful. In my opinion, one of the best brunches in Bali. And when I mean brunch, I don't mean like a smashed avocado, as we would in Australia. It's this big kind of over-the-top brunch of free-flowing champagne and food, this huge buffet. So yeah, definitely if you do stay at this beautiful property, check out the brunch. But it's 8 nights at the Sofitel Nusa Dua for $999 per adult, so $1,998 in total.
Fantastic. Well, we should remind everyone, Tim, if you've got any questions or comments, please do sing. We'd love to help you here. So let us know what you think of course, Japan, or if you've been to Sofitel in Bali at Nusa Dua, let us know all about it.
One thing I did want to call out about Sofitel Nusa Dua, Blake, was that we've changed it up a little bit. And I think that's always a big focus from our side is not just having the same thing on our site over and over again. We try and make things a little bit better every time, or tweak a few things. So not only do you get daily breakfast, you also get spa treatments, as most of our packages do, but you also get nightly dinners. And this restaurant at Sofitel Nusa Dua is fantastic. So 8 nights, 8 breakfasts, 8 dinners, spa treatments, $999
all inclusive
per person. I mean, you
fantastic. So $999 per adult, twin share, staying for in nights. The 5-star Sofitel Nusa Dua for 8 nights. All right, well, we're going to head on to Sri Lanka, and Tim, tell us all about the fortress in Sri Lanka, because this is also a fantastic property, and I must say we've got a large number of the Luxury Escapes community out there who are really interested in Sri Lanka these days. It's really popping up as a go-to destination.
I think with Sri Lanka, this is the resort that lots of the Luxury Escapes members will love, based on it being beachfront. It is an ultimate beach 5-star property. It's $999 per person. It's for 2. Sorry, I should say, up to $5,000. So
huge. Beautiful place. And Sri Lanka is it's growing in popularity. I think Condé Nast named it as one of the most desirable places to go to of 2017 or 16. So it's absolutely growing, and not only that, it's getting easier and easier to get to Sri Lanka. A lot of flights going to Colombo, and it's one of those destinations. It's an absolute lifestyle or bucket list destination, Sri Lanka. So yeah, watch this space, because I think we're going to have a few more coming on as well.
That's not live yet, that deal. That will be going live, I think I'm being told, tomorrow on Luxury Escapes.
Yep, goes live tomorrow, and of course, best way to get to Sri Lanka, regardless of where you're flying, is into Colombo, and from Colombo it's really easy to get around Sri Lanka. There's some beautiful spots. You can of course go on a safari in Sri Lanka, which I didn't know until not too long ago. And then of course, as Tim said, you've got these beautiful beachside locations. It's quite undiscovered still, Sri Lanka. So for anyone who is wanting a really restful, beautiful vacation, Sri Lanka is one not to be missed.
And it's much similar to the Nusa Dua deal in that you get cocktails every day, you've got dinner daily, so it's got all the inclusions that we know you Luxury Escapes members love.
Fantastic. All right. Well, it's been really fun as always. I don't think we've had as much commentary as we love from you out there, LE community. So as always, if you need us, certainly jump onto Facebook. Otherwise, give us a call, 1300 889900. We've got a group of travel consultants who are available 7 days a week who can help you out with any questions. Don't be afraid to give those guys a call. Otherwise, download the app, check out the website. We've got Japan up on the site right now. We've got Sri Lanka coming shortly, tomorrow in fact, and Sofitel Nusa Dua will launch tomorrow. So it's a big weekend of holiday planning. Ohio gozaimasu, and have a fantastic weekend.
Bye for now.